So you're trying to kill the Kalphite Queen, but are unhappy with just getting one kill count a trip, if you can even manage that. Well, look no further. I have a shitty guide for you, which is probably not the shittiest guide that I've made so far. So with this gear setup, going into this, we are going to be breaking the bank a little bit more than usual. Hang on, we don't need these blood runes in here. And we're going to be getting a little bit pricier items for just prolonging our trip there. She's a very unforgiving boss with a high DPS output, and instead of going there with the whole clan to try to out DPS her for the long trips and rolling the die on who gets the kill count, spending a little bit more will enable you to have up to a 6 kill count trip. Obviously, if you brought gear like Torva, or the T-bow, that might extend that even further. But with this more or less mid game, some would call it end game, gear setup, you will definitely have much better trips. I think my worst trip there was around 4 kill count. I average around 5 kill count with this setup, and with RNG in your favor, you could be getting up to 6 is I think what I maxed out at running this. So as you can see, we have a range switch in there. We're bringing both Anguish, our Vorky assembler. I'll talk about everything else there in a minute. It helps being on a Slayer task so that you can take advantage of your damage against Kalphites. So either Kalphite or Kalphite Queen task is all that's needed. We're bringing our Blood Fury to sneak in a little extra heals during the melee phase. And then our Kyrus Partisan of Breaching. If you don't have this yet, go to TOA, go to Tombs of Amasket, and run it until you get the Kyrus Partisan of Breaching, as this is such an OP weapon here. It out DPSs the Fang and has a 50-50 of out DPSing the Shadow. I went in there one time running the Kyrus Partisan straight without any range switch, and there was someone with a Shadow that tried to crash me there, and we just kind of tag team the kill count for about 10 kill count before we both decided to find a new world, or one of us decided to find a new world. Either way, it was just kind of rolling the die who got the kill count there. He was running straight Shadow. I was running straight Kyrus Partisan of Breaching. It deals so much damage against her. It is amazing. We got our bandos on. We got our Vernic Defender to minimize on gear swaps and to maximize on heals brought into this fight. I am bringing the Barrow's Gloves. For our ring, we have Ring of Suffering for that amazing recoil defense and extra defense that it provides. And in our boot slots, we have the new boots, the Echo Boots, which you get by combining the Echo Crystal, a new item from Volamore, with the Guardian Boots to add a recoil effect that goes into a 3x3 radius, which we don't really care about that. We just care about it recoiling against the Kalphite Queen. So the combination of the Echo Boots with the Ring of Suffering is constantly sneaking damage at her, which is great. This combo is so broken. For our spells, we are going to be bringing Vengeance. Our Vengeance spells are Death, Astral, and Earth. And just filling up the rest of our inventory with some brews and restores and a 3-to-1 ratio. Since we're consistently going to be healing, you don't need to bring any more restores than what you have brews for. I usually throw in here 2 ranging pots, 2 super combat pots, and having the Desert Elite Diary completed will give you the shortcut to the Kalphite Queen lair, as well as having your Lumbridge and Draenor Diary, Elite Diary completed, will give you access to fairy rings without the use of a Drummond staff. So these are definitely must-haves for decreasing the items that you don't have to bring and prioritizing on extra heals in your inventory. So if you don't have these things, it's definitely worth to grind them out, bring more heals, have longer fights. I don't have the agility level to go through the shortcut to go to the Kalphite Queen's lair. So that's why I have a bite here of Summer Pie, and that's just to get me into her lair. And then we'll go ahead and, you know what, let's take a sip of Ceradomin Brew so we can start in there with a little bit of extra defense and a little extra overheal. And then we will bring a single sip of Antivenom Plus for about 13 minutes of poison protection, which should be more than enough for this trip. In our quick prayers, we are going to have Protect from Magic and Piety set up. Drink a little bit from the pool to restore lost stats, and since I don't have the fairy ring in my house, Salve Graveyard will get us there. Fairy code BIQ. Alright. So now that we're over here, we're going to run over to the Kalphite Queen Cave, or the Kalphite Cave, where the Kalphite Queen lair is at. And try to activate Vengeance as soon as you can. I should have done this earlier to begin your countdown so that you can cast it again as quickly as possible. And just throw Protect from Melee on real quickly so that none of these other mobs steal the Vengeance off of you. So we can go here, pot up a little bit, and switch over to our quick prayers and begin damaging her. Look at that, she snuck a hit in. It is always nice seeing all 3 hit splats pop up when she gets you. Alright, so we got our Vengeance back. I didn't notice. So we make sure that that's always going to be active. Alright, we'll sip that just to free up an inventory space for our range switch. Just get that Antivenom Plus out of the way. And there we go. So we're going to switch over to our range gear. We're going to come over to our prayers, put Rigor on. We didn't have to heal up a little bit. This is probably a waste. Get our stats back, and then put on our ranging potion and continue the holy fight. Got to pay a little bit more attention to when my Vengeance falls off so that we can throw that back on. Alright, beautiful. So we can turn our prayers off, put some Protect from Melee back on, as we are about to get into the next phase. We can save some of our stats here by eating dropped food, and make sure Vengeance is back on. And go ahead and sip our Super Combat. So that's 1 kill down. Let's see if we can get all 6 in this trip. You could also spend some time killing the Kalphite Guardian. He is a danger to stealing your Vengeance from you, but where he's currently set up, he can't attack me, so we'll just leave him alive until the next kill, next rotation. Don't let your health fall below 40, and if you need to heal, you can just step underneath the Kalphite Queen a little bit. Whoop. Got a little too close to him. There we go. Switch over to our ranged gear. put rigor back on, sip our arranging pot, and we got 5 seconds until our vengeance comes back. So let's see if we can remember it this time. There we go. Just in time. At around 40 HP, she can stack you out. So once you see yourself getting there or falling below, that's a great time to get ready to step underneath her and begin healing. There we go. Alright, protect from melee. Look at that, little ranging potion refill. Very nice, very nice. Alright, put your melee gear back on. Go ahead and heal up a little bit just to increase the longevity of our super combat this time. Make sure that we have vengeance. And standing at around this spot, somewhere around here, is where the Kalphite Queen will spawn. And you always want to spawn underneath her. Give you time to slap on a prayer and then attack her. Get some vengeance ready. And look at her go down. All right. Do all your prayer switches, your gear switches, and ready for the second phase. Okay, she hit me pretty low there, but it's okay because we have heals. And you can always push her into places that prevent her from moving around. Ultimately, you want to make it so that you can stand underneath her and she is unable to move. Ooh. Alright, there you go. Not quite, but good enough. Throw on vengeance, and we should be able to finish her off right there. Excellent. Save our vengeance, and she didn't take it from us, and we got a couple of extra free heals here. And go back to our spot. So look at that, our vengeance timer has already finished. Our vengeance cooldown has already finished its timer. So now as soon as she procs on us, we can activate it again real quickly. I don't know why I said procs, as soon as she damages us. And that's pretty much how it is. A vicious blow of 27. Lame. These new items, the Echo Boots, are so broken. They are a great addition to the game, especially for monsters like the Kalphite Queen, as it just helps so much. Alright. Saved a sip of our Super Combat pot there. So we're just going to go straight into sipping our range potion. Oh, and our vengeance. Can't forget that. Yes, I much prefer bringing vengeance than thralls, as overall the damage that you will be dealing back at her with vengeance will be more than what the thralls will be dealing to her. You know what? I'll heal up a little bit more. There we go. Oh, it's so beautiful when it stacks out like that. Alright, now we just swap on Protect from melee. And we got some trash watermelon seeds. So we'll put that back onto the ground where they belong. And get ready for our next round. So, just to save our super combat pots a little bit, we'll make sure we heal up a little. Sip that, make sure vengeance is on. Probably should have done that first. And we're ready to continue. Oh, I love a good stack. All right, so you notice we were at 50 health there. I sensed a disturbance in the force with a stack of damage coming, so I was ready to stand underneath her. Probably could have saved a sip of that last sip of super combat, but it is okay, because we will still do another kill unpotted, unless she drops us some. Unless she decides to get real lucky with her RNG, then this might be our last kill count of the trip. It's always good to know when you're done here. All right. This might be the last kill, indeed. But it's okay. Still a better kill trip than if we did not have... Oh, so beautiful. If we did not have our Echo Boots. Oh, well, looks like we got her. Alright, and that's how it's done. You can just teleport out and refill, bank, resupply, run that back. So much better than going in there, struggling for one kill count, break the bank, get the Echo Crystal, make your Echo Boots, and come in here and just Kalphite Queen all day long whenever you have the task. Green log it, get the pet, never see her again. Thank you for watching. Have a great time.